Well, hello. This is Old Grizz coming to you from Fun Parks Comics. It's a theme kind I came up with for the videos for these parks. Uh, Old Grizz's Fun Park Comics. And I'm sitting at the clipboard here. I'm working on a truck for the new park. Um, I was gonna do like an off-track fairgrounds again, like I did on PC. So there'll be a racetrack, and then off to the side of the racetrack, I'll have like a fairground, and I'll use the grass pathways to make it look like it's just temporary. And then I use these trucks as supply trucks that haul the different supplies and stuff like that. Plus, I could turn it into a logging supply truck for um, Olaf, Olaf Logging Company, which stands for Old Grizz's Logging and Forestry Company. So that's where Olaf comes from. Um, so I'm gonna put that in the park. I want to do like a logging camp, kind of do the same thing with the flume ride. I'll bring that in. Maybe use a similar windmill with the saw, but I thought maybe instead of going beside the building, I could have the logs go through the building with the saws and stuff, and do it like an interior log building, similar to what I did for the sleigh ride, but use the logs and maybe interconnect, maybe do the raft, the lazy river. I want to bring that back in because I want to incorporate that kind of in with Grizzle's Den, which would be the restaurant. I'll bring in the hotel. I might even upscale that a little bit, but here we go. Pause it. Thank you. And like I said, what I'm working on here is I created the truck in the beginning. I have to learn to plug in the mic in the morning when I start to go do some work in the park. And this is just going to be part of the intro. This is the clipboard. I'm going to be bringing some of these vehicles into the new park when I build it. But that's what I use the clipboard for, is to kind of play around with stuff and see what I can do. And we're going to use this theme and we're going to work it into the new park, and we're going to do a speedway. So we'll go from the clipboard to the new park, and I'll see you. We're loading a park. I'll have to cut this bit out. I always do. Sometimes it sneaks in there, so I'll put a little verbal audio underneath. We're going into the new park, Grizzle's Den. This is going to be like a speedway themed park alongside the logging camp with Olaf Logging, which is Old Grizz's Logging and Forestry Company, logging company. And so I created that. Pause. I don't want a lot of guests coming in. That's the only problem with starting up. So this is the little place I was building, and I'm going to do Foxy's place over here, so that when she attracts a little crowd, it's not going to block the pathway going into the park. And I'll create like an archway, something here. Like I said, I'm going to do a speedway, and then on the other side, I was going to do the logging camp. So I could put the log flume and the river ride, and then over here I can like do it like dual speedways, and we'll work it that way. But for now, let's put a roof on this thing here. Edit building. We want build. We want a roof. We'll go with a steeple type roof to start with. Well, this one's usually the best one. That was a little bit of studio bass in the background playing. Mr. Editor, our studio editor, was playing electric acoustic bass. Now we're working on a structure in the new park. A little bit over. But yeah, use that one. We'll use no. Go to the wall. Oh yes, that's right. We need the bricks I'm using. Use that. No, to the left, right there. That one. That makes a good roof. Use the grid, they just snap into place. Yeah. So it's easier to make. See, that block was done on the grid. This other one was kind of freestyled in, so it's kind of off center. So it's hard to get the piece to fit on there. I'm going to have to separate it from the rest of the build so I can individually move the pieces into place. We'll have to do this. Yeah, see, they're offset. Okay, then I can fix that. See, but first I want to put the roof on. Better to build that with the roof, complete that piece, and then bring that in, and you can add that to the building. We can change the color of this. That's the only way you're doing it too. See, it's off. It's off center. Separate that and do it on its yeah. Because it's not. See, that fits right. Right. But see, that's off center because of the pathway. I can't put any far other. It'd be in the pathway, and everybody would be clipping through the building. From the building, and now I can adjust it. See? Where are we gonna put? We gotta think about where to put Foxy. Slowly work it to the building. Street Fox Coffee. With this piece here too. Ooh. I'm thinking right across the way there I could put the coffee shop, and then I could create like a little area there, and that way it create a crowd, but that way it won't block the main pathway. Don't block the main pathway. But that's just the idea. I'll fix it. I'll tweak it up and make it better. Yeah. But that's how quickly you can build a little place. It's a good start. There'll be information. I'll put a sign fix on the roof. It's off center. We'll build another place. I could take that whole piece off and rebuild it too. A place for kind of just leave like employees to go. The tower and this part off to the left, off to the right. Make this a hot spot for. I think that'd be a good spot for Foxy right there. We got this sped up a little bit. What I did is I had to break up a couple of the clips. That's why some of them kind of repeated itself, just to get up to the 14 minutes that covered that. Well, it's not quite 15 minutes. I keep it under 15. That way I can post it without having to go through and get the premium channel, because I can't afford the monthly payments. I got other payments to make. I got a truck to pay for. So I use this here as a way of creating my videos. I use Share Factory, kind of create some of the stuff I'm working on, then I post them, and that way I can go back later and look at that particular build, and I can say, oh look, there's a floating trash can, I can fix that. Or there's a I think in winter there's a busted up trash can that I gotta fix at some point if I ever go back. Sometimes I move on and then I don't go back to the old builds. That one pretty much filled up the park. It was I could have done more with the logging camp, but I'm thinking we'd work on that in this one here. So I must have stopped talking on this build. Thought I was narrating this a little bit. What I'm doing here is I customized the box on the back of the truck by comping the one piece, sliding it forward, giving the impression that it's a bigger box on the back of the truck. And now I'm trying to capture the whole piece so I can save it into the blueprint. So when I need a truck, I can just clip on it and bring it in. See, compared to the little red truck there, see how far back the box sits? It's a little smaller box. And I was trying to figure out what to do with that space because it didn't look right. And then I thought, wait a minute, I can copy, duplicate that box, slide it to the back a little, slide it forward, make like a one big full box, and that's what I did. That's how I created their truck, and that will be like a supply truck. I'm gonna have one color, like the blue would be for the logging company, the red I'm gonna do for the fairground. So I will do an off-track fairground that picks up. It loads everything up when the race is over, and they go to the next race track where the next race will be, and then they'll set up the fairgrounds, and then there'll be an off track fairground carnival, off track carnival fairground. Just rides and stuff like that. Would be neat if they could bring in downloadable content. Would be like booths for like fairgrounds like that, where you'd have the vendors and stuff that had the different games people could play, like the getting a ring on the bottle, the bottles, and then you'd win a stuffed animal. So you could get a couple, 3 or 4 different ones of those that you could put like in a Midway or amusement park. That a lot of fairgrounds have, that they go from fair to fair and set up and do the weekend thing, then they'll pick it all up, move on to the next place, set it all up, and do it again. So kind of that's what I was getting at with the other truck. Would be a supply truck. You load stuff up in that, and I got there's a couple buses too I can bring in that I can use that could travel with the show or the car. And see, then I can put in a traveling stunt show too that travels with the circuit, the racing circuit, and I can set up a couple of different scenes where they're being filmed, kind of like the way I'm going to do with Foxy. I'm going to set up her place for being filmed. Here I'm putting a logo on the side of the truck, just kind of showing what you can do. And this, now see, I'd have a supply truck for the logging company, and I could put that alongside the other trucks with got logs on them, and I got even the no, do I got it in here? No, I don't have the light truck in here. I'll have to go put the light trucks in this. Like I said, my clipboard is like that way I can go and just click on it, copy it, and bring it in, cut and paste. That's a simple case of cut and paste. I'm trying to grab the whole truck. I was having trouble grabbing it because I grabbed part of it and leave the wheels. So I had trouble with no wheels. So then you do a quick square and backspace, and then that way it'll go back and delete what you just did, and kind of something you don't like, and you just I think it's square and was it square and one arrow? Oh, I don't remember. I'd have to look. But that's how you go back one step to go back. Like say you put a wrong tire on there and you didn't want that one, you can do the square thing and then it'll delete that one, and you can go into your menu and get the one you do like. See, we're at 14, 15, 14, 17, 14, 19. Oh, we're almost done with this here clip. We're gonna have to go back in and do some more work. So we'll do the racetrack over there. Yep. Logging over there. We'll fill that in no grizz. We'll bring in the room that we used on Winterland. Well, please be safe. Winter Candyland. Here we are. We'll use that. From Fun Park Comics, ELA Studio and Sons. Thank you for watching.